episode of Echo, we'll be investigating a murder scene.
Can you tell us about the status of the endangered flora of the Philippines?
I think with regards to the status of the endangered flora in the Philippines, and just like every other species we have in the world, in the environment, our biodiversity in the ecosystems is slowly being desecrated. A lot of species are being endangered. As a matter of fact, madami na din yung as in sobrang extinct na talaga. With regards to the plants, to the trees, to the flora, I think there is no different to this when it comes to these things with, if related to the animals, because as we know today, the environment is already facing a lot of problems, a lot of many issues that are basically taking away the life within these plants as well as with these animals. So I think in the Philippines, I think we can really say that there is an increasing number of decreasing species or species of plants that are being endangered. However, recently we can also say that awareness is being raised. So I think in this sense, we or the environment or all of the people are I think trying to find ways to at least help with this problem. So I think although despite the fact there is an increasing rate of plants being endangered, I think we are trying to find ways to help these plants so as to decrease the growth rate of these endangered species of plants.
So in order to investigate this tragedy, we'll first need to interview some Thomasians about their awareness in the different Philippine endangered plants.
Do you know any endangered plants?
I don't know any.
Do you know Rafflesia? Do you know mangroves?
Yeah.
Are you aware that they are endangered? May alam ka ba ng endangered plants? Alam mo yung mga mangrove trees? Alam mo ba na aware ka ba na endangered sila? Alam ka ba na endangered plants?
Wala.
Alam mo ba yung Rafflesia?
Do you know any endangered plants?
No.
Ano nga? So do you know Rafflesia, Philippine mango, and Queeny mango are endangered?
Ayun, Rafflesia is also one of the smelliest plants. That's why it's kind of parang mostly, diba, it's also advertised. Kasi it's also found here.
Plants.
Non-specifically.
Do you know Rafflesia?
Ayan.
Do you know mangrove trees? Did you know that they're just like one of many other endangered plants that exist in the Philippines?
Tragic. So it seems that many Thomasians are unaware that these plants are endangered. So what is it about these plants that make it so important that we preserve them? Let's find out.
I think it is important to preserve these species of endangered plants because I strongly believe that everything in the environment is connected, wherein every species has a role to fulfill. So the loss of one would basically cause a great imbalance within our environment. We must take note that there are benefits of these endangered plants or in the plants or the trees in general. Let's say particularly when it comes to the absorption of the toxins within our air, within our land, within our soil. And also, we must also remember that the plants are the primary source of oxygen. So I think even if there is just one species, the smallest repetition of life within our plants can really have a harmful impact on us. Another benefit which I would like to point out is I think these endangered plants, particularly this type of species, are beneficial in terms of our medicines because they can be used, they can be utilized for us to create medicinal for us to create medicines that can cure for.
So in addition to that, our team decided to conduct our own private investigation of this topic.
The Philippines is well known for its mangoes. One of the important cultivated mangoes in the Philippines is the Mangifera odorata, or better known as the Queeny mango. The fruit is light orange in color and juicy sweet when ripe. The tree emits a fragrant resinous smell and also flowers throughout the year, and its flowers too are strongly scented with its fragrance. The tree is vigorous, forming an open canopy with large, deep green leaves and bright red new growth. The flowers are large, bright red, and highly ornamental. The mango fruits average to 11 ounces and are from green to a canary yellow at maturity, with a rich, sweet flavor and slightly fibrous flesh. The trees have a pleasant conical crown, making it perfect as an ornamental tree, as well as a fruit tree. Aside from that, Queeny mangoes are not just delectable fruits perfect for merienda or dessert. Just like other mangoes, they are antioxidant capsules that could actually fight cancer. It is rich in vitamin A, which could then take care of our eyes, vitamin B6 that could help in promoting brain health, and strengthen the immune system with the amount of vitamin C and A it contains, while also aiding digestion and helping in controlling cholesterol. Other than the health benefits coming from these mangoes, did you know that mangoes can give miraculous effects on the skin, which can be experienced by chopping it into thin pieces and keeping them in your face for 15 minutes before rinsing it with water? This would then unclog your pores and protect your skin from acne, pimples, but also freshen up your face. Mango is a hardwood. The stunning natural grain patterns and markings can be enhanced beautifully with a variety of stains and waxes to create completely unique pieces that will last the test of time. The natural color of mango wood is light to golden brown. However, mango wood is often beautifully discolored due to spalting. Spalting is referring to the different colors wood can turn as a result of fungus. This effect is desired by artisans who work with wood. Spalted mango wood contains streaks of colors ranging from light beige to black, but also including green and yellow tones. Mango wood is also receptive to wood staining, which produces rich, deep brown colors. Mango wood also shows prominent grain patterns similar to oak and mahogany. These are highly sought after when polished. Mango wood is relatively easy to work with. This makes it an excellent choice for carpentry and furniture making. It's easy to shape, plane, and sand while boasting great strength. The result is that a high portion of mango wood products contain ornate designs. It is a densely grained wood which contributes to the exotic pattern that can be found on some furniture. Like all wood furniture, you are advised to keep it dry and away from sources of heat for any prolonged amount of time. Mango has similar levels of durability to other hardwoods such as ash and oak. With all that being said, it is obvious that Queeny mangoes are highly beneficial, starting from the nutrients it gives up to its other materials contributions that it has to offer. It is a shame that this species of mangoes are one of the endangered plant species in the Philippines, due to its exposed threats such as nature itself with other human activities such as the development of new buildings and roads. In order to stop the further exploitation and to help in taking it off the endangered list, we must help by preserving them and also tree planting. Education and sustainable development could be the two keys to saving the Philippines' endangered plant species and preserving the country's bountiful biodiversity.
This is one of those. Glenn, since I put this in a
What are the
3-gallon...
common causes of endangerment of plants in general?
I think the main cause why there is why there is endangerment of plants is the humanity itself, the irrationality and the responsibility of us human beings. Basically, we exhaust our resources to the point that we cut trees, we degrade the plants, the soil where the plants are planted. So I think we ourselves are the main contributory to why there are endangerment of plants. For example, we for industrialization, we clear out grasslands, we clear out tundras for us to build our infrastructures, for us to build buildings, and along with these clearing of grasslands or deforestation, nasasama po yung mga endangered plants natin that basically adds up to the problem.
Rafflesia is a genus parasitic flowering plant. It contains 28 species, all found in southeastern Asia. They have no leaves in any stem, just a huge, literally speaking, 5-petaled flower. The flower have many penetrating repulsive smell like a rotting meat, and many of it is a local translate as corpse flower. Rafflesia is a plant itself not visible until the reproduction stage, when flower first bud through the woody vine, and it will open into a magnificent spectacle that is the word renew today. Rafflesia allnordi is the largest individual flower on Earth. The flower can have a diameter up to 106 to 108 centimeters and can weigh up to 10 kilograms. Although technically a member of a plant kingdom, Rafflesia challenged the traditional definition of what a plant is because it lacks of chlorophyll and therefore incapable of photosynthesis. These spectacular plants are found only in peninsular Malaysia, Sumatra, Java, Thailand, Borneo, and southern Philippines. All known species of Rafflesia are threatened and endangered. Most species are highly localized and therefore vulnerable to extinction because of a habitat disturbance and host cutting from activities such as land clearing, illegal logging, and ethnobotanical collecting. Why is the Rafflesia flower important? Because of its flower, the largest flower on earth, attract flies and other insects with the extinct aroma of a rooting fruit. Rafflesia is totally dependent upon the vines called Tristigmata, which is related to grapevine. Rafflesia has a total of 28 species, only found in southeastern Asia. Out of 28, 10 are found in the Philippines. In Luzon, there are Rafflesia manilania, that is considered as the smallest Rafflesia in the world. Other species are found in Compostela Valley, Laguna, Kalinga, to name a few locations. The two other species, Rafflesia specosa and Rafflesia lobata, are endemic in Panay Island.
Have you encountered scenarios in which destruction of the environment is taking place?
Yes.
What actually happens at mountains when destruction is taking place?
Usually, personally, ang mga nakikita ko is yung mga trashes na kumakalat sa bundok. So this usually happens when uh, mountaineering is becoming popular nowadays. Tapos nagkakaroon ng mga mass climbing, and some of these people na umaakyat is not knowledgeable, or they do not have this proper knowledge on ano ba dapat yung ginagawa kapag umaakyat ng bundok. So these people tend to leave trashes. So this has big impact sa mga bundok natin because plastics, they have great and massive effect over time kapag naipon sila sa bundok.
According to the IUCN Red List, the Composumon philippinensis is very rare and has a limited and patchy distribution in the Philippines. It is highly threatened by the removal of mangrove area for fish and shrimp aquaculture and coastal development throughout its range. It is estimated that there are less than 2,500 mature individuals remaining, and there has been at least 30% decline of mangrove area within the species range since 1980, one generation length. Mangrove ecosystems can withstand harsh conditions and provide numerous benefits to both humans and marine life. Mangroves protect and regulate areas from soil erosion, storm surges by slowing the flow of water and reducing surface waves. They also provide a safe habitat for fish spawning, shrimps, and mollusks. These marine forests serve as an essential source of food for thousands of coastal communities. Mangrove wood is also resistant to rot and insects, and this is thus used by many indigenous communities. The Philippines heavily relies on its natural ecosystems, with most of the country's GDP attributed to agriculture and tourism. The country relies on its natural watersheds, river basins, and coastal areas in the environment and in society as a source of livelihood. Likewise, the forest ecosystem provides ecological services that benefit agriculture, industries, water, and power needs. Despite all these benefits, mangrove forests are one of the world's most threatened tropical ecosystems. The rate of fish mangroves are disappearing in the Philippines are steadily increasing, with the reasons being overharvesting, irrigation changes, pollution, overfishing, the destruction of coral reefs, climate change, and the clearing of mangrove forests for urbanization of provincial areas. As of the moment, there are no conservation measures specific to the species. Studies should be initiated in order to monitor the population trends of Composumon philippinensis to better track their decline and locate more areas in which they can be propagated better. As this is a rare species with less than 2,500 mature individuals, there should be more protection in the areas where they are found. The reintroduction of this species should be managed properly through artificial propagation.
With regards to artificial propagation, I think there are costs as well as benefits that are attached to it. For the benefits, I think ayun nga, given na endangered na yung mga plants natin, I think we need to find the fastest way for these plants to recover, and we can achieve this through artificial propagation. However, we must also consider that there are costs. Let's say, for example, since sa artificial propagation kasi, tinitinker natin yung mga genetical structure ng plants. So, hindi siya yung pinaka-natural way for these plants to grow. And umaabot kasi sa point na kung ano-anong chemicals processes na nilalagay natin that are basically, or that are sometimes detrimental. Kasi let's say, for example, ini-introduce natin yung genetically structured na plant na yon sa environment, and baka hindi makapag-cope up yung mga species around it that can add up to the problem.
So it is true. We are the culprits of ourselves.
any conservation efforts from the government that you know of?
I think the government, particularly the DNR, the Department of Environmental and Natural Resources, is very well aware of what is happening to the environment, and I think they are more than informed for them to actually find ways to preserve the environment, and given that, I think the environment has promulgated many environmental laws which I think are intended in the preservation or in the raising awareness of environmental sustainability to the common people.
What I know of is usually when a mountain is overhiked or sobrang inaakyat, some of the locals that is handling the mountains, they close the mountain for it to recover. So they're giving it around 3 to 6 months na hindi siya pwedeng akyatin for it to recover naturally. And some na mas large scale is the government is putting that mountain in a heritage status wherein hindi talaga siya pwedeng akyatin. And other things is some reforestation efforts ng mga local government and NGOs na ginagawa rin.
What is the Greener UST all about?
Greener UST, it's a year-round project focusing on the environmental initiative of the Central Student Council. Basically, it's divided into 4 phases. Is magre-raise ng awareness regarding certain environmental issues na nagko-concern ang Thomasians. And last September, nag-invite kami ng 4 speakers from different NGOs na nag-tackle sa issues na to. And then, ng what we call the Green Congress, kung saan each group, so far we have 5 groups na na-divide sa LSCs. Magpo-propose sila ng projects sa panels coming from the Office of Student Affairs and FMO, Facilities Management Office, kung saan yung projects na yun is-scrutinize lahat and titingnan kung ano yung pinaka-feasible na magawa for the year. And then, doon papasok yung third phase. So, third phase, ito na yung implementation ng project. And isa na doon yung solar-powered charging station, e-trike, na pinopropose nila around UST for faster travel din. And it's an environmental friendly vehicle. So, yung fourth phase naman, ito na yung long-term sustainability ng project. Kasi hindi lang matatapos this year yung project. Masusustain siya hopefully by next academic year, by the next executive board, and for the next years to come. So that's Greener UST. It's not just raising awareness to the Thomasian community, but making a tangible.
What is the zero waste all about?
For the campaign of zero waste, going back to the zero waste itself, for the word, zero waste means no waste being produced. If we're having somehow a big project, hindi natin may iwasan yung to somehow use or produce a waste talaga. We're utilizing the equipment or mga gamit na nandito sa office. For example, for decoration in your office. Aside kung kaysa bibili ka pa from outside, mas nagpo-produce ka lang ng
Paano
magiging
utilize
waste.
example?
For example, may mga ready na kami na for decoration, like flowers, mga banderitas. We're just recycling what we have here. We're implying the zero waste UST for every event na nangyayari sa CSC, and I hope na some colleges also adopts this campaign. We're planning sa Paskuhan, may 3 plastic bins na wherein labeled as plastic, paper, and food waste. So at least ma-utilize na yung mapoproduce nating waste and yan, mare-recycle.
Okay. What has your org done so far to counter this?
Given these problems and also given that our organization, EARTH-UST, is an environmental organization, I can proudly say that we have done a lot, or rather, we at least have contributed in the preservation of the environment or of the species, particularly when it comes to plants. Or for example, promotes awareness to our fellow students at Thomasians, as well as we even go outreach programs to different communities to initiate talks, or as well as engaging ourselves in different seminars related to the preservation of our ecosystems. Also, our organization promotes environmental sustainability by promoting different organizational tips that are helpful to the environment. Let's say, for example, we highly encourage the use of metal straws, and we highly discourage the use of plastics. As well, we are also promoting other environmental techniques, like for example, by we have here we are collecting eco bricks that are, I think, very environmental friendly. So by these simple ways, EARTH-UST, as I can proudly say, is helping in the promotion of environmental sustainability.
We have this principle na ginagawa namin every climb, wherein sinasabi namin sa mga members and na sumasama sa climb is that every climb is a cleanup climb. So every time namin madadaanan tayong basura sa mountain is we need to pick it up. Even though na sobrang marami siya, at least makapulot ka ng 2-3 basura. Over time, kapag lagi niyong ginagawa yon, you can help the mountain na maka-recover from the trashes na iniiwan ng mga ibang tao.
Tried it already now. Bawasan mo na yung pag-use ng plastic. Let's say, ako dati hindi ako gumagamit ako yung mga take-out foods na, but now I'm bringing bento boxes, tumblers. I'm using straw lang kapag milk tea, ganun. Pero I'm really an advocate of strawless. So, kahit bawasan lang natin yung waste na produce natin. From there, step by step, yung sabi ko nga kanina, since pag na-collaborate natin yung effort natin, can have a big impact to our environment.
What can Thomasians do to help?
Just as I have been saying from the start, I think the main problem really is with us, humanity, our irrationality, and our irresponsibility. So I think through our very simple means, I think we can contribute to the sustainability of the environment or the protection of the environment. Let's say, for example, we need to really encourage discipline within ourselves. We should decrease our carbon footprints, our intake of materials that are basically detrimental to the society. Let's say, for example, plastics. I think we as a Thomasians, we should start within ourselves some practices that are good for the environment. Let's say when we buy food, we may buy stuff or when we buy food in fast food chains. I think, but the mere fact that we reject the plastic straws in itself is actually a good way to start in promoting environmental sustainability. So, ayun lang po, masasabi ko lang talaga is kailangan talaga natin maging more responsible sa mga actions natin, and we should also consider na there are a lot of things at stakes here. Okay, so dapat po maging mas responsable tayo, and dapat isipin talaga natin na mahalaga ang environment and that we should not take it for granted. Kasi basically doon din tayo kumukuha ng pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay natin.
Those organizations that actually help the planet Earth. That's it.
Do you know how to plant?
No.
Are you interested in planting?
No.
Now that you know, anong pwede mong magagawa?
Siguro mag-build ng project.
Interested ka ba sa planting? Marunong ka ba mag-plant?
Pero willing to learn.
May ginawa ka na bang effort na like nag-plant ka ever before?
Dati. Free planting.
Interested ka ba sa planting? Sa tingin mo, ano yung pwede nating magawa? Kasi napag-alaman namin na mas marami palang mga endangered plants sa Philippines. Ano yung pwede mong matulong?
Ano?
create more products that will sustain the plant's existence in this world.
So what contributions can you suggest to help preserve these species?
For me, what I could probably suggest is to have more movements against illegal activities such as deforestation and what else? Advocacies. I mean, we're college students, we're all busy, right? So maybe here in our university itself, we could actually begin with something. You know, something small, something like advocacy, seminars. You know, we could have speakers. We could even have some of our local residents who actually reside in those areas where Rafflesia could be found. So they could actually talk about it. And another could be tourism, since Rafflesia is it's not really that rare, but it's found here and it's one of the unique characteristics which you could use it as an advertisement.
What can you do and what do you think can you do para hindi sila endangered?
So specifically, us students kasi like we don't to be ideally parang we want to parang help the advocacy so the LGUs for example, spread awareness and all that. Pero realistically, we don't have access to these kinds of parang species to help plant it. So ganun. So for us, we could do the ideal way of helping raise the awareness. Kasi there are many LGUs naman na and parties who raise awareness and do their jobs in preserving these species.
Could we make part in this event?
I think first is touching the person itself for being proactive for the action being proactive in terms of environmental actions, na maging aware yung mga students na it's a real problem. Maybe they're not hindi nila napapansin or hindi nila nararamdaman yung effect, but reality check, there's so many changes that's been happening to our environment. And from there, as in, we're here to make a bridge between the students and para at least mapapadali yung pagiging proactive nila against environmental actions. Para maging, let's say, simple things lang na gagawin nila. And then, when we collaborate, yung efforts na mabibring out is magkakaroon ng big effect sa ating environment or sa UST muna. Kaya naisip ko na bakit greener UST is to make the campus first a greener.
Today we start to do something new. The world could be better for me and you. We could talk and laugh and play. We could do this every day. Oh, I just wanna say, together we'll give it a try. Won't let life pass us by. Everything's better when we do it together. We'll remember all these moments forever. Let's live and love the way it was meant to be. Together with them and you and me. Everything's better when we do it together. We'll remember all these moments forever.
I've been reckless with my own mind. I haven't let myself let go. Now I keep looking back on old times, afraid to walk in the unknown. Yeah, I don't move that quick these days, but I don't have that much to say. So I've been quiet in my own
solution to that concern para mas maging aware yung mga Thomasians na this is urgent. This is really
change, because it's strange to be alone. Yeah, I don't really want that much, but what I want, I cannot touch. So please have faith, my heart is not a stone. I am leaving the best part for you to own, and I am only standing back to take you in. Although I hope it lasts, I know this too shall pass.